Recently, I got a new dog. Not like that.
Hot dogs!
Not like that either, even though I am hungry. I think I'm always hungry. But I got a dog like this. Well, he's not quite that size yet. He's still a puppy. But when he gets bigger, because he's supposed to get bigger, he's gonna be a big dog. And what's your favorite kind of dog? Size, breed? Let me know in the comments below. No offense to those of you who have small dogs, but I like a manly dog. A dog that is big. I'm not a small dog type of guy. But anyways, I got this dog to be a livestock guardian dog here on my farm. And we got our new puppy from this wonderful family that we have grown to love. And as we were driving our new little guy home, it was his first time in the car, and I think he got a little sick or something. So my caring wife gave him some remedies to help him out.
Not really how you're supposed to do it, but this is what we gotta do. Get in there. Come here, baby. Come here. Right there. There we go. When we stopped, I gave him a homeopathic remedy called Cocculus indicus, and it's for motion sickness. And thankfully, after taking that, he didn't get sick for the rest of the ride home.
And once we arrived home, I couldn't help but feel sorry for him, because he was like, he didn't know what was going on, and he really wasn't ready to come out of the van yet.
What is it?
Come on. Come on. There you go.
Oh, I know it's scary.
And I even tried giving him some water and some feed.
You want water?
Oh, that's not for you. That's not for you. You can have that. I even added some egg yolk because that was something he was familiar with eating. But he really wasn't up for eating nor drinking. And not surprising, because I'm sure this whole ordeal was very stressful for him. So since he seemed to be more comfortable in the kennel, I moved the kennel into our greenhouse. Come on. You are. Go on in there. Go on in there, big guy. There you go. There you go. Alright, we'll leave that in there with you. And you can gradually get used to here. And I left him in there overnight. Hoping the next morning he would calm down and be a little bit more relaxed and less stressed. The next morning, it was time to move him to where he's going to be spending a lot more time in, because I have plans for this guy. And besides, he can't stay in the greenhouse. Nope, we got other things in mind for him than just staying in the greenhouse. Sign will connect right there with the clamp. There we go. Oh, the pole right there. Pole to pole, yeah. Guard just coming after me there for a minute. They're getting loud. Not even sure if they're gonna like this. Got this little gap here. We're gonna need to pull that in. Lift up there. All right, gotta make sure these horizontal conductive lines are touching because we want this to be electrified as well. Hey, looks like you ate your food. Have some dog food in there for him with some egg yolk from our chickens, as well as some water. Drink some water too. Hey, are you feeling a little more comfortable? Still like, what is happening to me and where am I at? Well, I'm gonna have to move you outside now. Give you a little bit more room to move around. All right, come on. Come on. I got to carry you again. Let me carry you again. Come on. Come on. Nope, come on. All right, Josiah, can you come here? Just for a second. Then after doing all that, it was time to move the guy. But let me tell you, I think he's the heaviest puppy that I have ever seen. Back at the Ings, when Tim had to carry him across his farm, I think Tim had to go beast mode carry him. And as he was carrying him, you could tell he was getting the workout because he was breathing pretty hard. He actually sounded like Darth Vader or something. But you could tell it's a workout carrying him because he is heavy. Lift. Another one of those farm fit exercises. All right, my friend. Alrighty. I know. That wasn't smooth, was it? Alright, come on. Come on, guy. Come on. Someone said that he's probably like 50 pounds. I'm thinking he might be a little bit more than that because he's kind of heavy. Alright. Yeah. Scary new world, isn't it? Keep it right there. I gotta hold it for a second. I'll do that. This. I'll do something else. This. So this is totally temporary. Since he's been comfortable, this is the most comfortable thing that he has had so far. And just shaking up his world and moving into a whole new world. We're gonna continue to provide this for him. Just so, put the table here on top, keep him protected so he can get out of the rain when he wants to get out of the rain. And he's been comfortable laying in here. So we're gonna continue to provide that. But I do have something else for him that'll be a little bit more permanent. Put him back closer to where he's comfortable. And let him feel like he can come out when he's ready. Yeah, I'm really ready. Alright, that's good. Alright, Josiah, could you get him some more water and feed?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man. Hey. So I'm implementing a number of systems here on my farmstead to protect my livestock. My chickens, my ducks, my goats, and our cow. And, oh yeah, and our turkeys too. So for years I've used Premier 1 fencing, and we use that for pretty much all of our animals. And the fencing, the electrified netting does a great job keeping the animals, well, in where they're supposed to stay. But it also protects them from things like raccoons, and foxes, and things like that. But sometimes you need a little bit more protection, especially as in the warmer months, I'm taking my animals out to the pasture where predators are more likely to come after our livestock. And this past year while they were out there, even though we had the Premier 1 fencing and it works great, there's been attacks from things like owls and hawks. So I've seen where a number of farms over the years have implemented guardian livestock dogs. And for years we've had Australian shepherds here, and they do a good job at shepherding, but they're not guardian livestock dogs. They've worked well with our goats, but don't necessarily work well for our chickens because they try to herd them to death. So I was like, we need a guardian livestock dog. And now we have one. Yeah, and we still have to decide on your name, don't we? Sure do. Yep. But we have to teach him how to do his job. And we also have to train him how to stay in the electrified fencing. So as he's getting used to this area, that's something we're gonna have to do too.
Here, I got some leftovers.
He's come out a little bit more. That's great. Some water for you. Some food. Come on. Come on. Here. Here. There we go. Oh, he's eating too. Very, very good. Eating again. All right, Josiah, this is the not so fun part. I need you to go ahead and plug up the fence. And as he's gradually spreading out his area, he's eventually gonna touch the fence. We gotta train him to it. So we're gonna be out here just kind of keeping an eye on him, but we gotta plug it up. He's gotta respect the fence.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks, man. So we left him alone in the fence as we went about doing the rest of our farm chores. And as we were doing so, he gradually started moving around a little bit more and a little bit more, and then we could hear in the background. Yep, he met the fence. So, lesson learned. And then a little later on, we arranged to have a video chat meeting with the Ings to let them know how he is doing here, as well as I had a few questions to ask him. But we also wanted to reveal his new name, because as a family, we talked about a number of names. Alrighty. So you thinking of any names for him yet? Maybe Boomer?
Yeah.
Like Boomer.
I think Boomer is a no.
Boomer, no.
Boomer is a no.
What do you got, Josiah? Anything?
Thank you.
No.
Hezekiah, what do you think? What do you think the puppy's name should be? You don't quite have an opinion yet?
Okay. 132 best Marvel dog names for your little Avenger.
No biblical names for animals. I just those names are too special for me. So not like biblical names of like the main biblical characters. So not that.
Okay.
A number of you had a lot of great suggestions in the previous video about what we should name him. So we finally came to a decision on what his name is going to be. So update. So yesterday we shook up his whole world, bringing him somewhere new. So he's been pretty shy. But he felt comfortable in the kennel. He ate food last night.
Okay.
I gave him some egg yolk with some dog food. And, he stayed in there overnight. And then this morning we just moved him into the electric fence with his kennel.
Okay.
So now he's gotten to the point where he ate again. He ate rice with some meat this morning. And we got the kennel still there for him if he needs it.
Right.
We'll put some cage on it, and we'll have another doghouse for him. But now that he's inside the electric fencing by himself, and he's gradually coming out and
Explore.
looking around.
Yay!
Yay. Is he around Are there other animals just outside of it that he can see?
Yes, there's it's a big electrified fence setup we have the chickens and the geese, and he's blocked off from them.
Okay,
so it's
perfect.
Like bam, and he's got his own area, so he can't get over to them yet, and they can't get over to him.
Okay, that's good. That's good for them to associate with the animals.
There we go. We figured one of the questions that I have is how much interaction should we have with him, because the goal is eventually for him to be recognized that the animals where he needs to be more than with us.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's you're absolutely right. He needs to imprint with the other livestock, but he was raised with other livestock already.
He'd be able to get familiar with your birds, of course.
Okay.
It's also very important that he bonds with your family.
Yeah.
Because he is although he's also a livestock, he's also a guardian dog, and so he needs to be able to know who his friendlies are, and he needs to know that you're his family. Yeah, so as much time as you go out there doing the chores, or your children are out there doing the chores, they just, spend a little bit of time with them. That's what the girls do, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I noticed this morning he's kind of gotten a little bit more comfortable. So as Lacie and I were milking, he's like, "What are you doing over there?" Like watching us.
He's gonna have so much fun. No, it's good. Yeah, I mean, like John's puppy, right? He just has Diamond right there alongside us when we're milking too, and it's good. It's good and healthy because you want that balance. Just as long as you're not bringing him into the house,
don't do that.
and sleeping in the house, and he'll definitely bond with you more than the livestock.
Sounds good. Yeah, don't want him getting comfortable coming in the house. Definitely not want that.
No.
So, go ahead.
You might be going through teething as well, so.
Anything that's around him is kind of fair game for playing with.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So what other instructions do you have for us in working with him this first full day here, and this going ahead into this first full week here? What should we be doing with him?
Well, exactly what you're doing already, and you're setting up his home so he knows what his home is, and just kind of slowly introducing the other animals, the chores with him. So he's out there already living right next to the animals. That's fine. I mean, he's going to get to know and get used to them. Don't be afraid also to kind of let him kind of follow you around. That way he knows if there's a way, you still have that leash. If you can kind of walk him so that he knows the boundaries of your property, that would be helpful.
I don't know how your property is set up, but that was the one thing that we had to put in place was perimeter fencing.
So if the boundaries are actually fully fenced, that way it'll keep his breed. The Pyrenees they're notorious for finding ways to. They call them Houdinis. They're notorious for finding ways to get out.
Him in particular, though, he's a lot more mellow, so I don't think he will. I think he's going to want to bond with you now that he doesn't have the safety of his mom and dad.
Yeah.
That you're like his mom and dad now.
Okay.
And he's going to probably just bond with you better right now.
But it's really important that you don't spoil him, that he just sleeps out there. He's used to sleeping in the elements. He was out in the elements when it was snowing. So he has all that fur. He's very low maintenance. Yeah.
And then if you have goats, right? So he's going to be, he's already trained with our goats and our sheep and our cattle. So he's going to be fine with them, very comfortable. He'll know to get out of the way or just to protect them. The other thing would be for this week, you have poultry, right? You have chickens, you have ducks. So one of the things that we always recommend is if you're bringing on a puppy up to about, a year at least,
keep them exposed to the poultry, but make sure they're under supervision.
Yes. Okay.
Just because at this age they're teething, like Tim was mentioning, and so they're just going to play with the and you just don't want them to draw blood because that's just a bad habit.
Yeah.
So
during this time, just have him exposed, but then you can put him back in. And of course, if you see any behavior where he's chasing them, you can just, talk him out of it.
At what point should I use the clicker remote trainer to work with him on that?
No, I would use it right away.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you have it, use it.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't until later. We just did a lot of yelling. So I don't know if I'd recommend that.
Yeah.
For today, it's fine that he's behind the fence, but
Tomorrow, maybe have him in with the birds and just kind of see how he interacts with them
with
under
Gotcha.
close supervision.
Sound-
Yeah.
vision.
And then,
Sounds
like
good.
we
And then,
mentioned, if you're
like we mentioned, if you're using any sort of trainer, make sure he doesn't associate you with the
Yeah.
the therapy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like if you're gonna
I like that therapy.
we had a client that did something similar, but he would always be out there and then he would use that therapy on him. So the dog associated him with that therapy.
So when he wasn't around, he would go after the birds.
So if you're in your yurt and you see him and you expose him to it, or you're behind a tree or something where he doesn't know you're there, that's when you can do the training that's going to be more effective, because he doesn't know it's coming from you.
You almost kind of want him to associate birds with pain, so that if he actually goes after it, it's almost like, just
Don't touch him.
It was almost like a lightning just came down on him, and
God is striking you down.
Don't do that.
I mean, I know it may sound cruel, but when that's proper training, in terms of electric fencing, what I was taught was that you actually put like a livestock animal in a very confined space so that they are shocked. You try to get them to get shocked. You put food on the other side of the fence so that they actually shock themselves, so they actually feel it, and then they know to respect the fencing. And same with the electric netting. I'm sure he's already probably touched the poultry netting if he hasn't, so he'll respect it as long as it's good and hot.
Now, when should I introduce him to our other dogs?
That's a good question. I would say, how old are your other dogs? Pretty old? They're
older.
So they may I would introduce them to. Do you use your dogs outside? Are they primarily outdoors too?
They're all outside. They're just various uses of them outside.
I think it actually would be very good to introduce to him right away. That's something that we did not have when we first had puppies. We wish we had an older farm dog that could help kind of
Father him through like what he needs to do, because right now he's going to go through his puppy and teenager phase, and so he needs an older like mentor. He needs a dad figure there. So
I think Chewy would be good for that.
I would start to.
Like, they like other dogs.
They do? Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So they'll welcome him.
Oh, good.
Great.
Yeah, that'll be great. I'd do it now.
Then I think it would be great. Then right now, then he can follow along with them.
I think we'll use Chewy for that.
Yeah.
Chewy would be great for that.
Oh, yeah, he's bigger.
Anything else you think we need to be aware of this first week?
These dogs are a lot smarter than us.
Yeah.
And I remember when we were interviewing the other farmers who had Luke and Lily, their parents. That was something I always wanted to know. Like, how do I train an LGD? But both sets of different farms had told us that they're a lot smarter than we are. Like their parents have treed bears before, and they've hunted coyotes and foxes. So it's not something that I guess you could. I would caution to not train the domestic things like sit and shake. We do come, so they know if they're far away, they'll come to us, and so we do basic things like that. But
yeah, don't chase after them.
Yeah. But I mean, they're for the most part, they know what to do. It's just giving them a safe environment and to know the boundaries of where they can go.
Okay. All right.
You guys have any other tips? No.
No.
All right. So I bet you guys are wondering what name we picked out. You ready for that yet?
Yeah,
Let's hear
I've
it.
been waiting.
So we were talking about all kind of names when we were in the car. We were just tossing out superhero names and all kind of names that we had in mind. And then Josiah came up with a name that he's actually, I thought, it's a really, really good name. And actually, the other family members, except for Lacie, hasn't heard it either. So first, Josiah, I want you to share with them. First, spell the name for them.
ASLAN.
ASLAN.
Aslan?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yes!
That's a very good name. Yeah.
We thought because you all named the other dog Aslan, and then the new owner changed the name, we were like, you know what? That would be such a good name. I like what it means. like how it sounds, and then it has something special with you guys attached to it as well.
That's so special.
That's perfect.
So Josiah, you can thank Josiah for that. So Aslan.
Yeah, Aslan. Yay! Oh, I love it.
Yes.
So when you come here, you can come see Aslan too.
Yes, that would be awesome.
We are excited that our puppies are going to be protecting your farm out there.
Yeah.
It's just really special because we love you guys.
You guys.
Oh, we love you guys too. We're happy to have him. He's a cute little fella. And
Yeah.
Now we think of you when we see him.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Wonderful.
Well, y'all have a great day.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Yes.
I love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
They're such a great family, and you can check them out on YouTube as well. The name of their channel is Sprinkle with Soil. But before I was ready to move on with Aslan's next lesson, I brought out one of my security cameras so that way I can keep an eye on him while I'm going through all the different things that I do throughout the day and not have to be right there with him. I have several of these cams that I use in various places around the farm, watching over our home, our animals. I've caught foxes and other animals that I didn't even know were around here on camera. Almost like Homer's carrying around that bag right there in your boot. Is that because you got holes in your boots? You need your plastic bag on your foot?
See? And there's a hole there and a hole at the bottom.
Like you need some new boots, don't you? Feel rough. Like that. Get it down like that. And then let's pull it up on here. There we go. You can keep it on him right here. After setting up the cam, I also brought him over an official doghouse for him to go in if he wants to. You can try there. That's another option. Okay. Yeah, Aslan. And then I just kept a watch over him for the rest of the day and also checked on him from time to time at night. And it was neat to see that he moved around even more and started warming up to other members of the family, and he even devoured his food. But one of the things that was really neat to see is the difference between him during the day versus at night. Tim said that these dogs get a lot more active at night, and he was right. At first he started off being a little sad, howling. But then you could see him, it just clicked. And then he went on patrol, started pacing around his area, keeping a check on things, as well as starting to bark at whatever was coming around. So just in a short period of time, Aslan made a big change from when he first arrived. Now it's time to move on to his next lessons, and that is to start training him to be with the chickens. We're gonna have to take away that barrier and see how he responds to being with the chickens, full access, and hopefully he won't eat any of my chickens.